Hi, friends. Justine Froelker here, author, speaker, corporate trainer, certified Daring Way, and Dare to Lead Facilitator. And this is the space where we talk about courageous resilience in a pretty imperfect way with lots of animated emotion and with skills and tools and language tangible to help you make real, daily, sustainable change in your life. So no matter what platform you're listening or watching on, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or a podcast player, please make sure you're following along and click the notifications button so you never miss a future episode. So last time we talked about this super uncomfortable place of the and holding two truths or two emotions at the same time, and that actually, yes, we can survive that. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of how. It's emotional well-being. Hello, therapy. All right, I get it. Emotions are scary. I know they feel hard, and I'm going to be real annoying and be the therapist. There is no such thing as a bad emotion. There's just emotions that are more fun. I don't love feeling fear or powerlessness or grief or disappointment. And I've been feeling lots of those feelings lately. Maybe you have too. I don't love those feelings. They're not bad emotions. They're just not fun. And the thing is I don't get to the joy and the love and the belonging and happiness without rumbling with the harder parts of life. You actually can cope with your emotions in a healthy way so that you no longer react from your emotions all the time, which means they own your entire story and you hurl them onto the people you love and lead most, and you are them all of the time. We can realize when we are totally in angst and totally overwhelmed by emotion. You're usually going to feel it, something in your head, your chest, and your belly. We are not real fit for human consumption at that point. That is not the time for me to talk, to text, to post on social media, to comment about something that's big going on social media or in the world. That is a time for me to pause. That is a time for me to get my physiological response back on track so that my brain doesn't stay in this fight, flight, or freeze response thinking that it's fighting a saber-toothed tiger when in reality someone just hurt my freaking feelings, or I read a headline that was really difficult and made me feel a lot of emotion. I've got to get my thinking, rational brain back on track by slowing down my physiological response, giving myself permission to feel it, paying attention, breathing. Breathing's the biggest thing. Just a couple deep breaths, because then I can ask myself, what's this really about? What's this bringing up for me? What's the story I'm making up? Because when I create that space, I then have the wherewithal, the bandwidth to name the emotion that I might be feeling. And then I need to make sure I accurately name it. There's a lot of different kinds of happy, sad, mad, glad, okay? A lot of different kinds of that. Name it correctly. Speak it with someone you trust, not necessarily in a social media post. Cope with it in a healthy way. Stop plowing through them, stuffing it down, numbing. Because then you can breathe and take your story back from your emotions and begin to respond to your life, which means your emotions can, I believe, do what they were meant to do, which is actually enhance our lives and make them this beautiful thing to help us connect with others and tell stories and create real growth and change in the world. So during this brutal time, more brutal for some than others, when you feel that urge to yell, to stuff, to numb out, to plow through, to shame, judge, blame, criticize, convince someone to your side, will you take a breath, become self-aware, and do your work of getting curious about what it's bringing up for you? What's this really about? What is this bringing up for you before you engage? To live with courage, to walk out in your truth, to own your weird, means that you understand how emotions show up for you, and you refuse to keep reacting from them, in which case you are hurling them on to the people you love and lead, creating a wake of hurt behind you. And instead, you're going to get curious and uncomfortable. You're going to breathe. You're going to take breaks. And you're going to choose to respond to your life and get self-aware and ask yourself, what's this really about before you engage with someone else? Emotional well-being. Let's feel our emotions and name them, speak them to someone we trust, cope with them effectively, allow them to move through so they don't own us anymore. And then maybe we can be part of creating change in this world because we've first changed ourselves. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Make sure you're following along and click notifications on whatever platform you're watching.